one moment of beauty has a way of leading you on, of egging you on, of inciting you to try to pursue it. That's what this attractiveness is, this fascination, this hunger.
You're experiencing beauty, but it doesn't exhaust your experience. You want more, you're hungry for more. So we are introduced to the experience and we want more. There's a hunger. So Plato talked about beauty in that way as being something that creates a hunger in us, and we always want more.
An integrated person is one who gets lost but enjoys the scenery.
I've had in some ways to forget much of what I was taught, much of what I've struggled to learn, to make myself intuitively receptive to what beauty was, and to let it lead me where I needed to go.
Journey, sometimes it's not just horizontal or going up, but it's going in. There is a landscape, and then there's that inscape.
The journey of beauty is that it doesn't just leave me with beauty, it leads me on to truth and goodness. It leads me into a deeper engagement with the world, and doesn't, in fact, just make me a complacent consumer of pretty things.
How do we rehabilitate the idea of beauty?
I cannot be dragged on the journey of beauty. I must freely engage in the journey of beauty in the way that I freely engage in friendship and love. That no one can force me to love them, no one can force me to be their friend. I'm invited to love, I'm invited to be someone's friend, I'm invited to take the first step in the journey of beauty. And that requires that I am open to a reality that's beyond myself, such that every day I have a chance to encounter and once again more deeply experience the transformative power of beauty. And one of the biggest dangers, I think, today, or in modernity, let's say, is the way in which the experience of beauty has been sidelined. So we identify it only with art, with artistic endeavors, with dance, with painting, with sculpture. We see paintings on the wall, we think, isn't that beautiful? But that's a small part of my life. I have to get real, I have to make real decisions. Beauty is not something that can guide my life or bring me to any experience that is beyond myself. When we see the renewed vision of moral living that beauty introduces, then we recognize how beauty is part of a spiritual journey that is the human journey into mystery, and it's not frightening mystery, it's the mystery of love. So that as we go through life, we just become more and more transformed into an attitude of awareness and gratitude for everything around us. And that changes the way I act. When I'm grateful, I'm just free, I'm freer, I'm more generous, I'm more able to be creative of beauty.
A sign is a thing unto itself, like an exit sign. It has no more meaning than showing you where the door is. A symbol is a doorway and takes you someplace else. You're not supposed to stop there. You're supposed to pass through.
So beauty is not only a journey, beauty is a spiritual journey, and it's a spiritual journey of enlightenment and a spiritual journey of transformation. And that's if we really take it seriously and not trivialize it. I don't want to say beauty is the answer to all of our questions, but in many ways there is within beauty the seeds of the answers to many human questions. And one of our deepest dangers is to place beauty outside of the main experience of our lives. If we put it in museums and go to visit it on Sundays or go to visit it during the week, if we identify it only with peak moments or moments of an experience of art and music, go to the symphony and hear beautiful music, if that's all I do with beauty in my life, then I'm living an impoverished life, because beauty is not able to break in to my life and to bring light into all aspects of my life and to engage me in a journey of transformation.
Helen Keller said life is an adventure, a discovery, or nothing at all.
We can say of beauty, it is everywhere. It is in the wholeness of situations. It's in the wholeness of nature. One of the most significant images of the experience of beauty we find in Augustine's Confessions, where he and his mother Monica are watching a sunset. Their experience of watching a sunset takes them beyond themselves into an experience of what Augustine calls an experience of wholeness, an experience of integrity, an experience of a greater whole of which we are a part. Psychologists call this a peak experience. We have these peak experiences during our lifetime, and we often don't know what to do with them.
Beauty ultimately becomes what you might call a sign. And it's a mysterious sign. It's a sign that doesn't necessarily display its content to you in some simple fashion that you could write some kind of verbal or conceptual equivalent. But it does suddenly bring both this emotional response and this intellectual sense of order and purpose and meaning. So I think beauty and meaning are deeply allied. One of the things that beauty does, I think, most powerfully is decenters us. It takes our own anxieties, our own self-consciousness, our own struggles, and it removes them for a time. We become immersed in what we're seeing, what we're encountering, what we're hearing, what we're touching.
At the spiritual level, the spirit, I think we have beauty to be able to address the wounds of the spirit.
I think it's a very important moment in history today to reclaim beauty.